Hello. Let me do something here. Nothing but professional. Alright. Can you hear me now? It's gotta be a lot better. Alright, so we're gonna finish up this 19th chapter of the book of Matthew. Let me get up here so everybody can get a good look at me. Go ahead. I appreciate y'all coming in for real and stay with me, man. Listen, you're not going to ever hear a Bible like this somewhere else right now. Not that I can think of. So we're going to finish chapter 19. What has happened is Jesus Christ has just told the rich young ruler what was going to happen. For what needed to happen for him to be perfect. And we all need grace. So for him to have really been one of the apostles and disciples, he would have needed to sold all of his goods, all his earthly goods, and basically just went on tour. And I will say this, I'm going to throw this in here. I respect some of my friends in rock bands because, man, they leave everything, and it's kind of a pirate's life for them. I can't imagine just being on tour forever, never really having a place that you called home. That is an uncomfortable situation at best. So here we are in chapter 25. I'm sorry, excuse me. Chapter 19, verse 25 of the book of Matthew. And so when his disciples heard this, it was a lot like I was whenever I first heard it. And this young man had just said all these things, and Christ told him what he did, what he needed to do. I was like, man, I'll never live up to that. I don't think it's possible for me to make it in. Well, the disciples that was with Christ and heard him say those things, they thought the same thing. So let's read what they had to say, the disciples, when they heard Christ tell his rich young ruler all he needed to do to inherit perfection. Verse 25, when his disciples heard it, they were exceedingly amazed, saying, who then can be saved? We don't stand a chance. We still own things. But Jesus beheld them. He looked at them and he said unto them, with men this is impossible, but with God all things are possible. So he will give us what we need for us individually. We are all his children, and just like you know your children, God knows his. And if you are one of his, he knows what you can and can't accomplish. He knows you. Verse 26, verse 27. Then answered Peter and said unto him, behold, we have forsaken all and followed thee. What shall we have therefore? Because they did. Man, these 12 disciples, they left everything, and followed God. And I thank God that there's grace now. I can't imagine having that destiny, that lot that they had. We read about them, and we do the best we can, and who knows what we will be. But these guys were. This is what they're going to inherit for what they done, and really, the higher critic, the higher scholar, the more advanced should really pay attention to this. Everyone should. But this, verse 28, and Jesus said unto them, verily I say unto you, that ye which have followed me in the regeneration, it's hard for me to say, You should get your Bibles and you will be able to read it easily. So I'm going to read that again. Ye which have followed me in the regeneration when we die and we are brought back, or we are born again, even now we become kind of celestial beings. You're looking down on the flesh. Yes, you are. Sure we are. When the Son of Man shall sit in the throne of his glory, that does not sound like a negotiation. He's saying this is going to happen. When this happens, when I sit on my throne as the rightful heir, who is not there right now in this earth, ye also, you who have followed me, shall sit upon 12 thrones, judging the 12 tribes of Israel. Verse 29. And everyone that hath forsaken houses, or brethren, or sisters, or father, or mother, or wife, or children, or lands, for my name's sake, shall receive 100-fold and shall inherit everlasting life. But many that are first shall be last, and the last shall be first. So, I'm sorry, I didn't turn my phone down. So what that means is that he's not telling everyone to forsake their moms and their dads and their children and everything. He's saying if they're going against God, knowingly, if you know the word and you have read it and you are familiar with it and you call yourself a Christian, then there are certain things that you can't say are okay, or that you are going to be able to condone and burn both ends of that candle. It can't take its natural course. And many who are first will be last, and who are last will be first. Well, what that means is right now in this flesh, in this imperfect condition, many have risen to positions of great power. And I'm not judging any of them. I'm saying the same thing that Christ said in red letters in this chapter 19 of Matthew, in his words, that many, not all, who are in very high positions. I'm not going to say any examples. I'm saying big corporations, big CEOs, big politicians, big money, big powers are going to be last. They're going to be in the worst position as possible whenever he comes into his rightful throne and things are set back the way that they are supposed to be in perfection. Even this earth will come back and be in perfection at some point when the rightful heir sets up and the regeneration happens. Okay? Stay with me. This is deeper things. There are signs, I'm going to throw this out there. There are signs that this earth is not even sitting on its correct axis. The actual north and south are knocked off of course a little bit. So when it becomes back the way that it is supposed to be, maybe we will be able to use Antarctica. Maybe we will be able to use the North Pole. Whichever. Excuse my geography. You understand what I'm saying? Everything will be in its full potential because there will not be wicked people who are selfish. Dare I touch politics? I'm gonna say that socialism should be a perfect situation, but the hearts of men right now are not taken into consideration in that scenario. Any economic system can be successful if it is using the principles of Jesus Christ, of God, Emmanuel, God with us. I'm going 10 minutes in, getting better at this. 8 seconds left. Prayers for everyone. God knows what you need before you even say it if you ask the right way. Christ's name, always. Always. Well, so we do it.